recording. Test 1, 2. All right, let's watch our feed.
I'm trying to do breakfast always in the hour of 7 and lunch always in the hour of 12. Start thinking, because my eating was all over the place for a while.
I just eat after 11. Stop when I can't eat no more.
Do you have to use the restroom or anything?
Nope.
I was just going to wash my hands.
Oh, okay. Actually, let's I'll have both you guys do it. That's what we'll do. I'll put you guys both through a dual assessment. I'll make my brain work. That way I can get both your feedback. So we're gonna start, once Sydney gets done, I'm gonna start let's start a 25-minute timer.
Okay.
So that we can have a better idea of timing. Let's do timer, 25 minutes. Edit timer, 25, 20, what, oh, there we go. No, I don't want 24 hours, that'll be a long workout.
All
right, go back.
I cry.
Hello, welcome to Best Day. How are y'all doing today?
Just fine.
Excellent. So, you guys work out a little bit, you guys feel like you're in shape, we're going to challenge you today. We're going to show you some muscles you may not realize are not working as much as you think they are. So, we have our anatomical chart here. What do you guys think of when you think of good posture?
Straight up and down.
Right.
Boom.
Standing up tall.
All right, so today I'm going to focus on teaching you guys how to use some muscles that are going to help you to stand up taller. We're going to work out barefoot so we can start a nice solid foundation from the ground up, just like building a skyscraper. So let's get you started. Let's come up on your toes. We're going to get right into it. Good. Okay, so once you're up on your toes, I want you to grip your toes into the ground. Excellent. Then I want you to soften your knees a little bit. Good. Then I want you to straighten your knees back a little bit. Good. Let's just kind of go through that a little bit. So unlock the knees and then straighten them back. Good. Good. Keep your chest lifted. Now, I'm going to go over a lot of postural cues with you. The more you hear me say things, the more muscles you're going to recruit during this workout. So our subconscious brain likes to turn muscles off. Our conscious brain, which our voluntary brain, says, hey, turn on. So we're going to cue you a lot consciously to turn muscles on during your workout today. So what I want you to do is lift your breastplate up, keep your chin and chest up, and then I want you to bring your shoulder blades together and then bring your arms back while you're bending your knees, straightening the knees. Bending the knees, straightening the knees. Good. Good. Keeping your chest lifted. Let's also think of some other cues. I want you to squeeze your butt muscles together as tight as you can. Brace your core as tight as you can. Good. Now let's keep your knees slightly bent. Now we're going to come forward and we're going to go into a deadlift position. So deadlift, you guys may have done deadlifts in the gym with some heavier weight. We're going to go up on your toes, keeping your calves engaged, keeping your toes engaged, keep your chin and chest lifted. Good. Let's hold that deadlift position at the bottom. Keep your breastplate up. Good. So when you're coming forward into a deadlift, keeping your eyes and chest on the horizon will activate more muscles in your back. Good. Keep your chin up a little bit, one. Good. Bring your arms back as high as you can. So I want you to try to touch your hands together, actively squeezing your shoulder blades together. Let's turn them up like you're hitchhiking. Good. Actually, let's do this. Let's turn them up and then let's turn them down, but keep your shoulder blades together, back and forth. So again, we're cueing lots of new muscles to work all together. Keep your core engaged, chin and chest up, shoulder blades down and back, gripping your toes into the ground. Let's now bring your arms up, hold it. Now we're going to go calf raise and then up. Calf raise, up. So tap the heels down. Excellent. Good. Nicely done. We got lots of muscles engaging. We got your shoulder blades back, your core strong, your toes engaged. Good. All right, now heels up, pause it. Bring your arms back together as close as you can to each other. Keep them engaged, keep them engaged, keep them engaged the whole time. Good. Now I want you to come up with your trunk. Keep your heels up. Good. Now we're going to get into a squat movement, which is a basic movement in most workout programs. Keep your heels up, but we're going to add the toe raise just to keep more muscles working. So I want you to bend your knees. At the bottom, let's heel down, heel back up, and then come all the way back up. Once you go through this super slow, because I want to spend a little more time slowing the movement down so you can feel what muscles are working. So Squatting down. Once you get to the bottom, sit back onto the heels. Notice your center of gravity kind of comes back, and then back up. Chin and chest up, shoulders back, core strong, toes engaged. I'm not even writing anything down on this. I don't know why I have it. Good. Now on the next one, I want you to pause it at the bottom. When we pause a movement, it's called an isometric contraction. It requires the muscle to stay under load, but it's not changing its length. So therefore, we're getting good at holding positions. Holding positions is going to have those muscles pumping with blood, and the heart rate is going to go up, and you're going to start feeling a nice burn in there as you're building up some lactic acid. All right, let's hold it there. Let's sit back on the heels, keep the squat position. Good. Now from there, I want you to lift your right arm up, and then your left arm up. Now really straighten the arm back like you're trying to squeeze the shoulder blades down your spine as you go up. Awesome. Awesome. Let's get a little lower with the squat. Let's get those muscles working. Get the glutes engaged, squeezing the butt, lift your breastplate up. Imagine you have a quarter in between your butt cheeks. You're squeezing them together. Excellent.
Oh yeah, feeling the burn.
Feeling some burning. Good. Where are we feeling burns?
Quads, probably should be squeezing my butt more.
That's okay. Quads are a big muscle. They're the second strongest muscle group in the body. Good. What's burning? Quads, glutes, legs. Good. All right, so let's do this. Back into the squat. Now I want you to walk out. We're going to go into a plank position. We're just going to hold here. Okay, plank position is a precursor to a push-up. So just walk forward. Excellent. All right, so we're going to talk about some core stuff. We're going to talk about some shoulder blade stuff here. So just like the anatomical chart with the good posture, I want you to think about a straight line going from your ear all the way down to your ankles. And I want your hips and your shoulders to cross that line. So let's come down a little bit here, shoulders together. Good, drop a little bit. Good, awesome. All right, now during this, your brain is going through muscles and seeing what do not need to work here. Your glutes do not need to work here. So let's consciously squeeze the glute muscles together. Good. Your core doesn't actually have to work here either. So let's brace your midsection. Good. Now some of the shoulder blade muscles can also take a little break. So let's get a little pinch in your shoulder blades. Let your chest drop towards the ground. And then push your shoulder blades apart. Let's actually practice a few of those. So shoulder blade mechanics are super important for keeping your shoulders healthy and safe and mobile. So with the best method program, we're going to be working on strength, mobility, conditioning, brain to muscle connection, conscious recruitment patterns of your muscles, lots of different things all during your session. Good. All right, now let's hold the shoulder blades together part. Good. So shoulder blades coming together, drop your chest down. Good. Now lift your hips up a little bit. Good. We're going to get into some hip mechanics. I want you to drop your hips down towards the ground and bring your chin and chest up. Don't let your knees touch. You all right? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, good. So we'll get a little yoga style move. Now I want you to bring the hips up to the sky and then come back. Good. Shoulders back, chin and chest up. Good. And then come back down to push-up position. Good. So we're just going to loosen the hips up. Let's do 2 more of those, just to kind of get the shoulders working a little bit. Shoulder blades down, away from the ears. Chin and chest up. Nice. All the way back. Get a nice stretch in your chest. Good. Good. We'll go 1 more series of that. And then we're going to hold the push-up plank position at the end. So back to neutral, the way we started. Shoulder blades pinching together. Excellent. How are we doing?
Burning.
All right. Good, good, good. All right. So now I want you to bend your elbows. Now we're going to get into a traditional push-up. And now you notice how many things you can do without even bending your elbows. So all those things we just did, we can bend your elbows or keep them straight to add a lot of variety to your exercise. Good. Now what I want you to do, straighten the elbows. Now walk your hands closer together. Keep your shoulder blades down. Keep your shoulder blades together. Good. Excellent. Good. So changing up the hand position will change up the physics of the movement. Now let's lift your right leg up by squeezing your right glute. Good. Straighten the knee out. Good. So we got the glutes engaged. Drop your hips down. Good. Then we're going to switch to the left side. Excellent. Core strong. Shoulders back. Excellent. Feeling the glutes working. Keeping your core recruited. Watch that your pelvis doesn't roll up with that leg that's up. So there you go. Perfect. Good. Let's go 1 more on each side. Get a 5-second hold on each leg. 5 on the right. 4, 3. Shoulders down. Core strong. 2, 1. Switch feet. Shoulders back. Core strong. 3, 2, 1, and let's walk it up to a standing position. Rest your arms, rest your core. Good job. Shake it all out. Good. How are we feeling?
Good.
Heart rate up?
Feeling it in my shoulders too. Shoulders good.
Excellent. All right, so I'm going to do a little muscle and balance test. I want to do a one-legged squat with you guys. So what I want you to do, let's start on your right leg. What I want you to do now is I want you to kick your left leg out, and I just want you to bend as low as you're comfortable with and come back up. Nice and slow. You don't have to go super fast. Nice. Good. Let's do about 3 of these. And what I want you to pay attention to is how deep you go and how the muscles are responding to this. Let's actually go 2 more. Excellent. And last one. Cool. All right, shake it out. Let's go over to the other side now.
Oh, this side sounds good.
I was going to say the same thing.
This is the side that needs it though.
Excellent. Okay, cool. Your knee went all over the place. So that rocking back and forth of your knee shows me you are not confident in that leg. So when I see that immediate lateral to medial shift where that knee's going all over the place, when you're going into a squat, that tells me you're not as comfortable on that leg. Especially with Sydney. It's hard to tell on you. I think you might have been more unstable on the right.
Really? This one I have to counterbalance and lean more.
Okay. And if you feel like you're leaning and it feels awkward, that usually means you're just not comfortable with the fluid mechanics of that. You guys can take those off if you want. Okay. You guys are working out. All right, so now think of that movement. Try to do the same thing on the other side, but with less of the knee going in and out. So focus on keeping everything as stable as possible. Yep, back to the right. So we're going to do one-legged things to assess for imbalances. If we have a dominant side, our brain likes to use those muscles a lot more. More challenging on this side?
That's crazy. I'm more dominant now.
Yeah, you do. I think both of y'all are. Well, your left was wobbly, your right is wobbly. Yeah.
Oh, lefty over here.
So going forward, when we're assessing someone, I want to kind of do some more intense assessments. Like, let's get a deep squat, see how they do with that. But make sure when they're doing their beginning stuff that they're capable of doing normal squats, 2-legged squats, okay. If they're having really bad instability with this, maybe don't go as low, maybe have them hold on to something, be safe. But I think you're going to get a lot more stuff going on. You guys are all, I see some sweat going, your heart rate's up. Cool.
I underestimated the power of holding.
Yeah, isometrics are always a great way. And think about it too. If you're repping out, you're like 5 easy. Do a 10 rep on the next time, and then hold the last one for like 20-30 seconds. Really make them good. All right, last one. Awesome. Good job, guys. Okay, so I want to work on some other big muscle groups. We got our lats. You guys probably done pull downs, pull ups. Basically, the muscles that get your arms pulling your body up off the ground, or like a pull up. So we're gonna go TRX. We're gonna sit down here. I want you to lift with your arms, and your legs are gonna be your assisting devices. Okay, so let's here, we'll put you over here. A little more room over here. We'll see you here. And we'll get you up here. So now think of this. So your brain is going to be like, hey, if we use the legs and the arms, this will be more efficient. But what I want you to focus on is really lifting your body off the ground without using your feet. And if you're fancy and you want to really lift up without your feet, you can lift your feet up. And that's going to show me that you have the potential. There you go. Nice. So when we're doing a lat pull down or a pull up or any kind of pulling movement, we have the fourth strongest muscle in your body, your latissimus dorsi, helping with the movement. Nice. Now when you're coming up, try to keep that breastplate lifted, keep your chin and chest up on the horizon. Awesome. And what I like about this is you can still spot yourself with your feet below you. So when you're doing pull downs with a band, a lot of times it's hard to tell. Like it's not that challenging. So this can exponentially increase the challenge level, but also be safe in that the feet are close to the ground. If they feel like they can't do it, they can just put their feet down. But it all depends on cueing the right muscles. So you have to watch that they're not using their legs. So anything that we can do, like a pull-up movement, good.
So having the feet farther out in front will make it less weight for your feet, so you can see where they're putting. How close or how
But you also have to look at the trunk mechanics, because if the trunk's coming up like this versus the trunk coming up like this, it's going to be more lats versus more rhomboids. So let's actually transition into some rhomboids, which is always a good muscle group to work for shoulder blade and posture. So now let's tabletop position your body. So your hips are going to come up. There you go. Shoulders back, chin and chest up, shoulders down. Good. So we can get all those posterior muscles of the body, shoulder blades down and back as you're lifting. Lift your breastplate up. Let's lift your heels up too. Let's get the toes engaged. So this exercise can potentially get a lot of other muscles working in the posterior chain. You can press your feet into the ground. You can lift one leg if you want to challenge yourself. Nice. And what's really neat about this, if you have a real superstar, you can come back all the way down, grab one arm. So let's grab one of them with your right arm. Yep, and then slide it down. Good. And then bring yourself up into tabletop, and then do a one arm row. Yeah. And you can widen your stance for a little bit more base of support. Good. And then don't lead with your head, lead with your chest. So now we've exponentially increased the intensity just by eliminating one of the arms. And then you can say, maybe they're coming off of an arm injury or something, you can show the difference between their dominant side and their weak and their injured side. Good. So those are just some different variations. You could potentially do that with the pull-up movement as well. So if you guys want to come back to the seated up position, and then try to lift one arm with your trunk up. There you go, yep. So now we got a lot of stuff going on.
When I use my legs, that's kind of cheating.
That's okay. So, but you can see how people can cheat with this, so just find ways to cue them not to. Nice. So we've got some big muscle groups working. We got the pulling muscles, a lot of emphasis on posterior chain during the assessment, because again, posterior chain is going to help with posture. And posture is important. We got barefoot mechanics are important, obviously. We can still reiterate brain science and education, but more importantly, we want to reiterate how can we make the most muscles work in safe environments with lots of variations. So I think so far you guys saw just what we're doing. I kind of went through a little flow with your body weight stuff, did some kind of deadlift stuff, some squat stuff, barefoot calf stuff, some pulling exercises, some plank exercises, kind of similar to all our other assessment stuff, but kind of just keep the flow going, keep communicating, lots of talk, and more just cueing. And the cueing is going to ultimately make them hear you in their head, so when they leave, they're going to start practicing it more.
There's something on the other side of the queuing.
Yeah. All right. So let's hop up. We got a few more minutes. A couple minutes. Let's try some more challenging variations of some of these exercises. So earlier we did the plank push-up. Now we're going to integrate a TRX plank. So we're going to come out and let's just kind of practice some of these just for now. And I know this is a very popular one, but it's also a good way to cue lots of muscles and lots of variations. You guys have done this enough that you could probably integrate a lot of different higher level variations to this. But it's also a very low level exercise. I like this that you can just go out a little bit, and somebody older with less strength, you can really get them to feel their core. So you guys, I've seen both of y'all do lots of different variations of this. So this would be a cool one. Maybe as the session's ending, kind of start putting things together. Okay, core, posture, toes, posterior chain, lats are working, abs are working, everything's working. So basically, for this 30 minutes, we're finding ways that we can be just constantly getting as many muscles working as possible, and emphasis on posterior chain. So let's come out and hold it. Let's go 2 more minutes. Let's do a 30-second hold.
Second hold. Is it job?
Good. Yep. Shoulders back, core strong. Good. Chin up. Working on posture. So posture can be maintained in all kinds of different positions. So here's another chance to make sure your ears, your shoulders, your hips, your knees, and ankles are all in line. Bring the hands back a little bit and then drop your hips a little bit. Good. And then come up with the toes a little bit more. Perfect. Shoulders down away from the ears. It's a good way to cue trap disengagement here. Let's lift your shoulders towards your ears. Get the traps engaged. And then decrease or decroot them. Oh, Mike made up a word the other night. Decroot your traps.
What was it?
Decroot. Yeah. He said that, Mike, we gotta coin that. I don't think that's a word.
Do it.
Good. So let's do some up and down with your shoulders. Let's go slow on the up, slow on the down once you're out there, so you can see how the traps can lift and lower. And if this is a good segue into maybe somebody has some neck issues, some shoulder issues, we can talk to them about trap recruitment and decruitments. Nice. Shoulders down and back. Good. All right, let's do 2 more. See what's our time going on here. Oh, we still got 5 minutes. We started late, that's right. Good. Okay, so got some core going, got some shoulders working. How's everything feeling?
Good.
Okay, awesome.
Radiating heat.
All right, so let's get into some other traditional exercises that we have a little spin on. Let's do some lunges. Let's start with the TRX. Let's hold this here. Let's put your right leg forward, your left leg back. And we're going to basically come down into a lunge position. The arms are there just as a spot system so that I don't have to spot you. They're not really holding you up. Your legs are doing that. So let's come down. Let's hold this. Chin and chest up. Good. All right, so let's add some variations to this. Let's now lower the back knee just a little bit right off the ground. Shift most of your weight into the front leg. Good. Let's lift your front heel a little bit. Good. Hold that. Keep your toes engaged. Chin and chest up. Good. Now let's add, what I want you to do now is I want you to just rotate your trunk from the right to the left. So maybe 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock, back to 12 o'clock, over to 10 o'clock, back to 12 o'clock. Yeah, with a toe up. And watch your knees. Keeping your knees in line is great ability to keep your hips stable. Having a stable hip is just as important as having a mobile hip. So rotating your trunk. Good. Good. Now shift into that front leg even more. And then I want you to try to tap your back foot 10 times. Just lift it and tap it. But don't lean forward with your trunk. Keep that front leg engaged. Good. Good. Keep your trunk up. Lean back into that a little bit more. 3, 2, and 1. Nice little burn on those quads. So quads, glutes, hamstrings. All right, so quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings, 3 of the 4 strongest muscles in your body. They were all working there. Added some rotation to get all your core recruitment. Got your postural cues now fresh in your head. Keep your shoulders back as you're rotating. Let's switch over to the other side. So now we can start seeing how people's squat or lunge form is. But it's also a good way to have a spot system with the TRX. Good. Excellent. Nicely done. Dropping that back knee down a little bit more. The rotation, chin and chest up. Good. Watch the knees aren't moving. Keep your front heel up. Nice.
Lean forward and tap.
And then tap. Yeah, we can do the 10 taps.
Ooh, it's fire.
Good. 2 and 1. Nicely done. All right, so now we've got a very challenging lunge. We're going to drop it down to a less challenging lunge, but we're going to do a little bit of different variations. So now what I want you to do, let's do a narrower stance lunge. Before your leg was way back here, let's bring it this way. So this is kind of getting into a split squat, where it's more of a shorter stance lunge. Let's pause here. And then I want you to rotate towards that front leg. Good. And then back to center. And then come all the way up. And then let's do 5 of these, okay? Nice. So you're rotating through your thoracic region of your spine. This is going to work on thoracic mobility. So we have certain systems of joints in our body that need to be more mobile. Your hip socket and your thoracic needs to be a mobile joint series. So the more we can open up your chest, get around, opening up that thoracic part of your spine, the rib cage. This is great for breathing, great for rotational sports. Nice. Good, let's go one more. We got 5 of them, and then we'll switch. Good. All right. Next one. Very good. Rotate and open. Good job. Notice how your ankles want to roll out. Notice how your knees want to pivot. Keeping everything in line is actually working lots more muscles. So you're putting your body in a vulnerable position where your muscles have to maintain their support role. While there's movement of the trunk, the legs have to support the trunk moving around. So we're basically using physics against you.
And I was following your hand or say forwards?
Following your hand will definitely be a little more challenging because anytime you move your head, you're going to throw your balance off. So keeping your eyes straight ahead will probably be a little easier for balance. Very good. All right, how are we doing?
Oh, legs are burning.
All right, so we're going to do, we'll just finish with a couple hip mobilization exercises because hip mobility is super important. Also, this is going to work your glutes and glute medius. Let's go on to one leg and kick your left leg back. Good. All right, so we're going to lift your breastplate up, going over all our postural cues. Now I want you to open your hip up. Then I want you to drop it all the way down, but your pelvis is rolling, and then open up. Let's do 5 of those. So as you're moving your pelvis, your brain is constantly having to tell the muscles in the weight-bearing leg to support the ankles, the toes, the knees, the hips. And what you're really going to be recruiting here is your glute medius and glute complex on your weight-bearing leg and your groin muscle complex. So the inner and outer thigh on the weight-bearing leg. Also working your core to kind of carry that rotation up into the trunk. Good, and most importantly, stability through the foot and ankle. Getting your arches, your toes working a lot of muscles you may not work when you're wearing shoes or walking or being on stable surfaces. Woo! Nice. All right, let's get about 4 more. Ought to wrap it up. Nice. Watching that your rib cage and trunk is rotating with the pelvis. Good, keeping everything in line. Nice. And last one. All right. Very good. How are we feeling?
Feeling good.
All right.
Warm and loose.
Warm and loose.
Yeah, I feel my hamstrings are as tight as they were.
Good. So you're feeling a little looser.
My calves feel like I could jump out of it. But it wouldn't actually take me very far because I'm a little tired.
All right. So what muscles are we feeling right now? What are you aware of right now?
Quads, 100%.
Yeah.
That's on fire right
Quads.
now.
Okay.
Also shoulders.
Shoulders.
Yeah. Those are the 2 ones I like really. I felt like my body's telling me like, yo, put on fire.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Quads.
Excellent. So that was 27 minutes. I went over about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. So lots of cueing. Now that is not the final form. That was just basically kind of me going off the cuff, kind of trying some different things. That's why I kind of want to start formulating some ideas on a routine and a program that we can kind of start getting better at utilizing. So again, this is not the final, but you kind of saw the idea of the direction.
I really like the pull-off one with the TRX with the feet too, because that'll tell you real quick who can do a pull-off. Most people can't do a pull-up, but you can see the degree as to how much they struggle, basically, I guess.
Because I think the bands are just not enough to recruit the lats a lot of times. It's good if you can do 100 of them, but it kind of gets repetitive, and I see a lot of people looking around like getting bored when they're doing that. I want to find a way where we can keep people like the entire time. I kept you guys focusing on, if I saw you start like, oh, this is easier, I would try to make it harder. I would try to start bringing your attention back to it by adding a calf raise or adding a deeper position or focusing on your form.
I think that's key when doing these assessments is like their attention span.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can usually tell by the eyes.
Yep.
Easy now.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think you're right. Like you can just make it tougher, and then like bang,
Yep.
focus.
Yeah. So just always be looking at that, because with athletes, with people that are trying to get in shape, a lot of people are going to be, they don't want to do it. They're bored with it. They're going to look for reasons not to do it. So you have to keep them focused, you have to make it fun, make it interesting, mix it up, add variety, just do whatever you can do to keep them engaged on the exercise, because as they start getting more focus on the exercise, they're going to start feeling the muscles more, they're going to start having better success, they're going to start just like, oh, well, yeah, this is what I need. Like, so showing them that they have to focus, and this is going to be a mind thing too, is super important on day one, because that's what we're all about. We're all about the brain part. So we don't want to teach them about all the intricacies of the brain science on day one. We have time, they're going to start coming. We can talk to them a little bit more as we're getting more into the program. So spread the education out. We don't have to compress it. I think we've been compressing too much in a short amount of time, and then spend time explaining things, and they're cooling down, and they're like, okay, well, that was a good workout, but I can, yeah. So we'll find ways to just make it more intense, more stimulating, and then just find a nice rhythm of exercises to go through. And we may have to do an assessment with no TRX, because maybe we're doing virtual assessments.
Or like for some of them when we were holding, like I was fine holding, but if I know like if that was anyone else, they probably would not have been having a very good time. Or just not like, I don't know, just like certain lengths for some people. So it's kind of like finding that balance of giving them a challenge, but not making them feel like this is so challenging you can't do it type thing. So challenge, but show them that they're capable of it too. So that's
show them success.
Yeah.
So in that case, let's think of this kind of critical thinking, starting that one where you guys are holding it up and things are starting to get challenging. Or let's say you go into that and they can't hold it for very long. What could we do to decrease the exercise intensity but still maintain success ratio?
Specifics are just like, I would say ask them questions, so that way the only thought running through their mind isn't how much longer of this one, how much longer of this one. So if you can get their mind off of how much longer, I think that might help too. But
also have a plan of action. So if you have in your head, so maybe you're working with somebody and you get to an exercise and you put them at this level, and don't cap them out at the hardest thing you can think about. Maybe start them where you think they probably have a chance for success, and maybe they're like killing it. They're like, okay, so now just quickly adapt. Okay, let's make this a little harder. Or they're like shaking, their forms get horrible. They're just not good at the one that you thought they'd be good at. They're not good at. Find a variation below it. So always have a higher version or a lower version of that exercise ready to go, on point, versus let me go grab something, or let me switch this up. Then they're cooling down. Literally try to have that backup plan immediately. And we'll set up a system where we have the exercises that we're assuming they're going to be good for, and then we'll have a plus and a minus version of those, or an ultimate level or a really baseline level. So we always have like a sliding scale, and we could potentially systemize that to take data. Like, this is where they started. 2 weeks later, you're here. Kind of like what we're doing with the forms, where we have a 1 to 10 scale. They're at 2 now, and now it's 10 or whatever. So more than likely that's the way we'll go with it. So, but I just want to kind of start seeing how we can make it all 30 minutes constantly challenging.
I gotta start building off cues more often, rather than think of all the components ahead of time and then put it together and see how it goes. Would rather just build each one and add it, rather than trying to get all the components at once.
Because you have super creative exercises, but sometimes I think that creativity kind of forces you into one box, and you don't have a variation or a higher level or a lower level. Yeah. So you have to kind of think of, if you are creating a new exercise and they start doing it and you realize really immediately that it's really easy for them. Okay, how do I make it harder? Well, I always go to pick up a leg. If they're on 2 legs, just lift 1 leg. That's always a great way to quickly intensify it. Or take away a limb every time, increases exponentially the intensity of it. That's always a way. So like if you're doing you're doing your shoulder stuff, and I like that one a lot. Let's say you can just change up, maybe have them do a squat. You can have an athlete do that, and all of a sudden that is about 70% harder, and they still have. So find ways that, a deep squat is going to make everything harder. A deep one-legged squat. So you can always fall back on that, any version of that. think, where was
Trying
I?
to get the information in the right order in my head. Because it's all in there, it just doesn't always come out.
Yeah. And I think if we can develop a more strategic plan of action every time, it's going to allow you to stay on point and then kind of really build the basics. And then as they're progressing, then you can start integrating the more creative stuff, which is awesome. I'm all about that. We still need to do that. But I think we need to start where we can have a more consistent standard that we can measure results, measure the data, and constantly show, all right, this person did this four session package and here's what they got. Person did a 12 session package, here's what they got. And then we can get testimonials like, yeah, the 4 sessions my knee was hurting, but now I'm feeling better. I can do this, and this. So when we start showing the methodology and the processes work, then we can repackage that and repeat that over and over and over. So it's easier to train, easier to train trainers to do it. It's easier to grow the program.
Ooh, I just had a really good idea of something for new clients. So, well, taking a picture of their day one, and that's one option. Another thing I just thought of that could be cool is if their first day, or they could do like on their own time or something outside of here, but where they write a letter to their future self at the end of whatever program they're doing.
Yeah.
And so then that they can't, and then they'll give it to the trainer, and then the trainer will give it back to them at that time, and they can see the progress and like see their thoughts and feelings. Like I've done that, like little things here and there. So it'd be cool to kind of plug into a experience like this where they could not only like see their physical progress, but physically like see the words and feelings they wrote down on that first day, and then see where they came to.
Kind of like journaling a little bit too, right?
Yeah, a little, but it kind of takes the pressure off and says just kind of like write a letter, I'll keep it till the end of this, or I'll keep it till whenever, and then that'd be cool. Or something along those lines.
All right, now y'all have a challenge.
Okay.
I'm going to have you start, and then you go, and then you go, and then you go, and then you go, and y'all give me a 25-minute assessment.
Okay.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna. All right. I'm gonna take my mask off because I'm working out now. I am no longer the trainer. I am the client. Let's see, how much time does he have in the float, just in case. Oh, he's done already.
Snooze it?
No, I think I started it. What time did he get here? Oh yeah, I guess he got here. Okay, cool. I'm not going crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm trying to think of a way to get good audio. Well, I'll just keep my Bluetooth on. Hopefully it'll work. All right, so all right, 25 minutes.
All right, Chris, so we're going to start out with simple squats. You know, it's a very basic exercise, but we're just going to add on to that. So
all right, cool.
See what your squats look like.
Dude, I'm a D1 athlete. I don't want basic, bro.
We'll see. We just want to see
All
how
right,
low
all
you
right.
go.
Basic.
How low you want to go.
Basic bullshit. What kind of gym is this? I want some top level Olympic
Good stuff. All right. Let's go ahead and get your toes engaged, squeeze them down.
Oh, that makes it harder.
Yeah. Oh,
My
yeah.
arches-
That's what I'm shooting for right here, Chris. That's what I'm shooting for.
My arches are cramping. What's up with
Go ahead
that?
and go a little slower.
Oh.
Yeah,
Why am
slow
I
down.
going slower?
Just so you can contract your muscles more. We want you to be in control. We don't want your body to be in control of you.
Okay.
Go. Make it a little difficult. Let's get those arms above your head. Traps are down. Secure the shoulder by squeezing them down. There we go, Chris.
All right, let's go a little
One
more.
more, and then you're gonna throw in some toes in there by raising your heels up,
Where am I raising them?
up.
Where, down at the bottom or at the top?
The whole time.
The whole time.
There it is, right there. I
What?
want you to hold them. I want you to hold that right there. There's some shaking right there.
All right, let's get a little tougher.
Oh, tougher, I like to see that. Okay. Last variation of the squat. Pause at the top so you can see. Going down, and back up. Squeezing your shoulder blades.
Okay.
Squeezing those shoulder blades at all times. Give me 3 more. Last one, Chris. Slowest one.
Ooh,
Head protruding. Get your chin, tuck your chin a little bit more. There we go, right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hands above your head. Hands above your head. There we go. Nice. And break.
Oh. All right.
Go ahead, Sydney. Take it
That was a
away.
good warm up.
All right, how are we feeling now?
Like I'm already warm.
Good and warm.
That's weird. How'd you get me warm so quick?
Next one should be even better then. Here we go. So you are going. Oh wait, actually, it's probably good. It's probably good right there. Okay. We're going to do a variation of some ab rollout. So you're going to start one step away from the TRX.
All right.
From here, you are going to start off with a basic ab rollout, and you're going to open your arms, hold them apart, pull back with the arms apart.
Looks easy. I got this.
Let's see.
This is a D1 athlete, Sydney.
I was tackling 250-pound running backs last week. This is gonna be easy.
We'll
Got
see.
this.
Good. Now holding them wide, pull, stand back up.
Oh, from the wide position?
Yep.
That wrecks my chest. I do like
Pectoralis muscle.
I do 300-pound bench presses every day. Why is that so hard?
Out, apart, controlling, keeping everything straight in line, and back up.
Oh.
A little shaky there.
All right, this is effective.
You might be able to conquer and tackle people, but you got to be able to control your own body.
Why are my arms shaking so much?
Because they're using ATP and working hard to support your.
What's ATP?
Oh man, oh man. There you go, yeah, you think yourself. Alright,
Lana, toilet paper?
I'm gonna add on to this exercise. You're gonna do 2 more, okay? Once you're out wide with your arms, I want you to tap by raising one leg up and tapping the other one by raising the other one.
All right.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Yup.
Why did my entire core just seize up?
Your
Oh.
stability just got short-ended. 1 more. And get back up.
Oh.
Very nice, Chris.
Okay, you guys are meaner than I was. That's good. That's good. I like it.
Alright, Chris, you're gonna grab the same PRX. Alright, you're gonna go into the lunge position. When you're gonna go down and up. You're giving you a little break so you can catch your breath. But we're gonna make this more tough.
All right. All right, so a lunge position.
That's correct. Just get to and catch your breath before this gets even more difficult. Good. You're gonna go down, knee up. You're gonna open your gate,
Oh.
close it, come wide, lunge, drop the back leg, and repeat.
Am I a ballerina or what am I doing? Why am I doing this weird opening thing?
Because your hips are usually tight, especially your hip flexors. So we're going to try to loosen them up so you get more range of motion. You go deeper with more range of motion. And you reduce your chances if your muscles are more lengthened. Now we're going to add something else to it. Going down, knee up, opening your gate, kick.
Oh.
Last variation. Whoa.
I like that.
You got 2 legs, remember, Chris, so switch them.
Oh, okay. I'll do 2 of these and I'll do a few of the other ones.
That's right.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna lunge back. I'm gonna come up, open up.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that one looks better than the other one. Control your breathing, Chris. Slow it down, slow it down. Last one, buddy. Nice. Yeah, look at that shaking. Go
All
ahead,
right.
Cindy, take it away, buddy.
All right. Next thing we got, we're going to put the test. Just a little extra.
I got impeccable balance.
Maybe on a flat surface, we'll see on a round surface. So, here we go. You're going to start 1 foot on the half foam roller, toes engaged, knee is soft but strong. You are then going to lift your back leg, extending your hands back towards your foot, lifting your chest, shoulders pressing away from your ears. From here, if I'm standing on my right leg, my right hand is going to be the hand my foot is going to go touch. And then I'm going to feed that.
I do CrossFit all the time. This is going to be easy.
Right hand and left foot.
Jason, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Good.
Float number 2.
Yeah.
Did you go to a different dimension?
I mean, it was different without the music this time. It was a lot better.
Oh, cool. You like the quiet. Nice.
Quiet.
Nice, buddy. We'll have a super weekend, Mr. Jason. Glad we can get you in.
No big deal. Alright, how y'all doing?
All right, Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Have a good, bud.
All right, so the foot that's in the air.
Okay.
Good recovery.
All right, I got you.
Everything back up to the
Good
middle.
job, D1.
Bro, since I talked to you last, which was 10 minutes ago, I'm an Olympic athlete now. This program you guys got, I just feel like I'm going to go for the long jump.
So since your hip flexors are all warmed up thanks to Coach Juan over here, I really want you to have an extra knee extension, really extending your knee behind your hip before you go to reach for your foot.
Oh, that stretches the front of my hip.
Indeed.
Oh.
And you'll notice it'll make it actually easier to touch your foot because it'll be closer in comparison. Good. Let's get 2 more on this side, and we'll switch over to the other. Good. And chest up tall.
Why is my ankle all over the place? Wow. This leg hurts. I was moving this one. Why does this one hurt?
Well, now we're going to make the other one hurt too. we'll balance you out. We're all about balance here. So
All right.
We're going to crank up one side, got to crank up the other.
All right, so I'm going to bend
Keeping that knee behind the head, lifting
and
the
then
chest.
back.
Core is stable.
Oh, my hamstring cramped. Why did my hamstring cramp?
Okay, you're cramping. Or can you do
That's just all those muscles working extra hard. That might be a little tired. You also could be slightly dehydrated.
Yeah, I see all that sweat coming out of you, man.
The muscles are doing excellent things.
Yeah, it's definitely feeling like I'm stretching all this out really well.
Indeed, putting our functional range that one more up to the test.
Ah.
Once we meet an objective, we got to use it.
I like it.
That would just roll out naturally out of you.
Occasionally things happen. And last 2.
Keep
Recover, recover. Lifting everything up into the center, up to your midline.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, no, glutes, hamstrings.
And great work.
Alright, Chris, we're going to go ahead and move away from your legs just because they've done so
Thank
much
you.
already. Alright, we're going to go ahead and move to the back muscle that you got going on. That help you keep a good posture.
Well, my back's super strong. I do 300-pound bench presses.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Alright, so this is going to be easy right here for you. We're going to take these Olympic rings because I know you're an Olympic athlete.
I'm an Olympic athlete,
Okay?
yes.
So you start off nice and easy by just activating your latissimus dorsi. So your chest should go up and down. Very easy.
My latissimus dorsi. Is that my beer drinking muscle?
No.
Because I'm really good at that.
That's your brachioradialis. I'll never forget the brachioradialis because my anatomy in high school always referred to that
So
one.
brachioradialis.
All right, so what am I doing? I'm hanging?
You're hanging. Go ahead and activate these muscles by getting that chest up. Nice. There you go. And I read your record that you had your surgery. You had your shoulder repair there.
Oh, yeah.
So I know one's stronger than the other. Very good. Now I want you to hold it at the top. Can you give me a 10-second count? Go ahead and count, buddy.
Out loud?
Yep.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez.
And release. Go ahead and catch your breath. How did that feel? How did that feel, buddy? buddy.
That was good.
Okay,
That's
good. So, with that exercise, we're using both hands. Okay?
All right.
Now we're going to eliminate one. Go forward to the TRX right over here. Okay? You're going to lean back. Slowly drop. Come back up.
It's easy.
Easy peasy, lemon squeeze.
I do stuff one-armed all the time.
Sure you do. Ooh! Keep that elbow nice and close to the body. Shoulders are down. Very good. Give me one more and switch hands because the other one needs some love too. Very good. Just give me 3 on these because we're going to add another variation to this.
What am I working here?
You're working the same muscles you were using back there and the rings. So you got latissimus dorsi bringing in this elbow in. And you got those rhomboids working too.
Rhomboids.
Right here. Good. Take a break.
What about my Pomeranian muscle?
Jesus.
I know what a Pomeranian is, but
What about my dortissimus?
Latissimus?
No, dortissimus.
Dortissimus?
Yeah. where's
What?
that? I'm just making up muscles now.
You got one, Sydney?
yes. All right. Next thing we got, you are going to be starting on your butt on the squishy thing, with your foot also on the squishy square. You are then going to keep your arms straight, extending them out to the side, lifting your chest, standing up on one foot.
Ooh.
If you need to bend your arms for extra assistance, you may do so.
I
but
like
to get
that.
the full use out of this exercise, you're going to want to do so with your arms straight, pulling apart as you stand up.
Cool. I think that should be interesting. Mostly because I've been working a lot on this left leg, so I'll be able to see what actually, let me go back just a little bit so my butt is, okay, so, okay, I'm scared.
Shoulders down away from your ears, lifting with the chest.
So more leg or arms or both?
Mostly leg,
Okay.
but a nice balance of each is fine too. Good.
Wow.
Easy, man.
Great
Yeah, I
work.
know.
Excellent.
Wow.
Good.
Yeah, this is my weaker leg too, so. I mean, my less strong leg.
Right.
Because, you know, I'm a Mr. Universe winner of last year.
Universal bodybuilding exercise.
Good. Excellent. Make sure you're keeping your shoulders away from your ears.
I've gone from D1 to Olympics to Mr. Universe, bro, just in like the last 12 minutes.
That's what Best Day Fitness does. That's what Best Day Fitness does.
I got Mr. Galaxy competition coming up next 2 minutes. Oh wait, Universe is bigger than Galaxy.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, universe is everything.
yeah, I'm Mr. Galaxy right now.
Okay, well, actually, you downgraded a little bit.
I'm getting tired.
Let's just get 2 on this leg.
Wow, that leg is so much stronger. But I like what my shoulders are doing. It's good upper body and core too.
Excellent. Great job.
I like how this integrates a lot of things all at once.
Yeah, I kind of like that
We're
one.
all
too.
about efficiency here.
I like that one too.
All right. Conquering the pistol squat, 1 squat at a time. Excellent work. Take a second, shake your legs out. Maybe a few.
Oh,
How you feeling, boss?
Walk it
How
up,
you feeling?
walk it out.
I feel like y'all are finding muscles I didn't know I had.
Alright, so we've only given love to your toes just a little bit. We want to add more
Bro,
love to
I don't
them.
need toes. I got shoes on all day long.
Oh gosh, man, shoes hurt you.
Why?
They don't help you.
Dude, have you seen the new Air Jordans? Those things are pimp.
Don't you want?
Dude, I'm not gonna take those off. They're like purple and white and green.
Alright, Chris, well, you in here, we're gonna focus on those
Well,
toes,
you
okay,
might
buddy?
make the most out of the movement.
Really?
Better without shoes.
Not what Michael Jordan told me.
Jesus.
I mean, I get all my workout tips from him.
You gotta go with your expert balance, unless you know you're an expert in balance. Okay, go on your toes.
Okay.
drop down, kick out, bring it back in. Alright?
Looks easy.
Yes, I know.
Yes, I know.
I know.
I do this at the bar every Saturday night.
What bar is that?
We ride that bull. A bull. You guys ever been to the country bars that have the bulls on them?
Oh, okay.
I heard of it. I'm not been now.
I only go there to line dance though, so.
Oh, those are the bars that have bulls in them. All right, so I'm squatting.
You're squatting, and you're kicking out. There we go.
Oh, that stretches.
Oh, yeah.
Then am I coming back up?
Those heels up, yep.
And I'm trying to use this as a lot or a little?
A little.
Okay.
But, you know, you're Mr. Galaxy or Universe. Which one are you?
I'm Mr. Interdimension.
Mr.
So I'm just going out as I come down.
Oh, there it is. Ooh.
That's interesting. That doesn't make my knee pop at all. Usually,
Why don't you pop?
well, I'm working on that with some other corrective stuff.
I thought
But-
you were still joking.
That doesn't make my knee dislocate like other things.
Good job. Give me one more, man. You switch legs for me.
Oh, whew, calves.
I'm building calves here, man.
Man.
You know, save the cows.
All right. Interesting. Oh, this feels a little different.
Ooh, dang. Okay.
Oh, that's really gets my groin on the way back in.
I need two more. And we'll make these even more fun.
More fun.
More fun, buddy.
I'm gonna,
Nice. Hey, don't. You went lower that way than the other way.
yeah. All right, right leg dominant.
Gosh. That was gorgeous. Alright. On out. From here.
Oh.
Ooh, bringing it back. You got this.
I need to do that 20 times.
No, I was just gonna say four. You're going back out? Okay. Okay.
That is an incredible amount of core, actually, because you're having to.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Switch legs, man. This is legs.
Wow. You know, I'm going to try out for D3 community college next year. I don't know, dude, you broke me. I'm going back down now.
They took my scholarship away. They took my scholarship away.
Yeah. This is the plateau workout. I was like, Mr. Universe, now I'm back to D3, CC.
You were just dropped. There's 3 on this one as well. I'm actually gonna do this on my own.
I know, this is miserable. I'm gonna be riding the bench for high school next month. The C team. Not even going to make JV this year.
Last one. Keep that heel up. There it is.
Oh,
And break.
oh, I'm gonna try out for church league. Oh.
Alright, so Sydney, what you got for?
Alrighty, go ahead and walk out.
I don't even know what
I think like every muscle in my all this
All of it.
on
all
both
of it.
sides, and then all of this. That's a good core.
All right, next thing we got, going back to our core, a little more upper body, as well as our back and posterior chain as well. You're going to start, hands on the ball, feet about hip width apart. You're then going to bring the ball out, dropping your elbows down, and then back up to your hands.
That's
This is
really
our
good.
starting point.
That's good.
I think I'm creating some monsters here.
Really being sure to keep your shoulders over your wrists so you can control the ball. The hands go away from your body, elbows down.
So with this, I have ulnar nerve entrapment on my left elbow. And a lot of times if I do a really intense elbow bend where I'm working the triceps, it'll give out. And like my whole arm goes numb. So I could probably do this, but I think I'm gonna probably, yeah, let me do a bigger one. That's a great progression.
So it's higher up with the better
Yeah.
angle, and it's bigger for your arms too.
Good sub. I think I'm gonna have to probably.
If you want to start on your knees.
Towards the green ball.
Oh, the mega green ball, you can do that one too.
I think. That was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Wow. I gotta do that again. That was crazy. Oh. Yeah, I like that agree. I thought my humerus was just gonna go right through my shoulder. Oh. That's still really hard. Oh my gosh, my core. It's making me not think about my elbow. Oh.
For this one, I would say it would be acceptable to use a slight hint of momentum to kind of bounce
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So
We have
if
1 minute left.
okay, good. That was tough. I would definitely say if you got Mr. Universe coming in here, you can give him that on day one. But maybe only Mr. Universe.
I can't even think of one right now. God, damn.
Dude, my heart rate's coming down. This is easy. I'm gonna go to CrossFit after this. Get a real workout in.
Alright. We're gonna go into some planks. Whenever we're using the TRX. So previously we were like this.
Yep.
We're gonna make it a little easier on you, but just go into a simple plank right here, and I want you to hold that, and then it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy.
It's gonna get crazy.
It's gonna get crazy, Chris.
Bro, I did this for 47 days one time.
Good. I want you to hold that. Go ahead and squeeze those shoulders up there. This shoulder down. Very good. And I want you to just start tapping the ground with your toes continuously. 5 more seconds. 5.
Sorry.
Oh. Ooh.
I have to say that was, my shoulder is definitely getting tired.
Your shoulders getting tired?
I mean, good way. I'm just feeling it start to be like, okay, you probably pushed it.
We've done a lot.
But that's okay.
So give me 5 taps total. Make it even. Make it a solid 10.
2. Oh,
Nice. And
I can feel everything.
alright, Chris. Breathe.
Learn from the best.
Breathe.
All right, so cool. What do I do now? That was great.
Now you float.
Oh, good idea.
You can totally come float right afterwards, right?
Oh, what's that? Is that good for? What's that good for? Post workout.
Right there, your muscles right now, they are exhausted. They are
So if you want
they're
that
contracted
magnesium
so
into your
much.
muscles, all that magnesium into your muscles will help them recover quickly, giving them the minerals and nutrients they need to grow and build.
Definitely more about that than I should.
What about is it going to help with my sleep?
Yes.
And
it
how
will
is sleep going to help my recovery?
Yes, it helps everything in regards to your well-being. So anything under that is, I mean, so long as you have a good experience, which just about everyone does.
He still has PTSD, I think. From his. Thank you. Thank you guys very much. That was effective. All right.
Now you hydrate, float. Don't stretch too much.
All right, so that was our 25-minute assessment 2.0.